Yo, what is up guys? This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Mall channel, your source for on point and no hype reviews. Welcome back yet again everybody. We are back with another video today. This is a comparison I've always wanted to do. This is a long time coming, and finally on this beautiful Saturday I get to do it for y'all. Now before I continue, please do not forget to like and subscribe guys. Liking, subscribing, and especially watching the ads is a big deal to this channel guys. We are continuously acquiring fragrances to really break down in depth, especially for those who want to really know about the fragrances guys. So please continue to support the channel. Now this video right here is going to be an epic comparison, and this is, like I said, a long time coming because this involves a fragrance that was part of my absolute favorite core collection, my first like 15 core collection fragrances, as well as one of my current favorite rotational fragrances. And of course these two are going to be compared because pretty much they're twins. Yes, they are twins. Both are bougie, but one is obviously more bougie than the other, and this is none other than Byredo's Bal d'Afrique as well as Boadicea the Victorious Hanuman. Yes, Bal d'Afrique versus Hanuman. These are so close to each other guys, at least for a lot of people's feedback. But today I'm really gonna break it down guys, what you can expect from each, because I've owned both full bottle, Bal d'Afrique full bottle at a time. Now here's a quick backstory guys of how this all came to be. Now Bal d'Afrique right here, Byredo's Bal d'Afrique, was part of my original 15 fragrance core collection guys, okay? And again, these 15 fragrances were my absolute top at that time. I wasn't a reviewer yet. I was wearing fragrances primarily for the use of it. So I had 15 fragrances. Byredo Bal d'Afrique was one of them. Now Bal d'Afrique, why was Bal d'Afrique part of my original core collection guys? The reason why was because Bal d'Afrique not only smelled really good, but because it was kind of like a silent killer, you know? It was kind of like that undercover great smelling perfume that, in my opinion, at that time not many people wore that. And so when I was wearing Bal d'Afrique around, it was really great to see not only the head turns, but in my opinion this one right here has probably like a 90% success rate, target rate when it came to compliments. And it's not like I was looking for compliments guys. You guys know I don't do that, but every time I wore it though, that's what happened. Like people definitely complimented me, and it wasn't just anybody. It was like people that I thought had better taste really would compliment me on Bal d'Afrique. But again, what I really liked about Bal d'Afrique was the unique smell of it, as well as the undercover silent killer nature of it. Now this one I had full bottle before this channel really took off, and once the channel started gaining traction, like I started chasing the hype, like more than just having a core collection of 15 fragrances that I was completely happy with. I wanted now to explore. I was chasing the hype at that time, and somebody was willing to trade my Bal d'Afrique bottle at that time for an Invictus Aqua 2016. So that was like the story of that. And so at that time, I think the hype of 2016 Invictus Aqua was pretty high. I'm not sure if it's the same today. And so that's what happened. I traded my Bal d'Afrique bottle for an Invictus Aqua 2016 fully loaded bottle, and you can see that on my videos. I had like 2 of them at a time, and so I chased the hype, and that's what I did. And I never got back to Bal d'Afrique after that. Now fast forward to Boadicea the Victorious. I got in deep with all this fragrance collecting guys. I got in deep, and so I found out through the grapevine that Boadicea Hanuman was basically the Bal d'Afrique of Boadicea the Victorious. And of course at that time it was a sticker shock. The price of Hanuman is over $1,000, $1,083 or something like that. And I said, well, there's no way I'm gonna buy that. But of course, if you have connections in the fragrance community, you know you got some friends who are actual discounters, and I don't know how they get them for less, but one of my friends was a good discounter of Boadicea, and I told him, yo man, I know that this is hype right now, but if for some reason you get it and you get it cheap, let me know as soon as possible. It was like at the stock market, like I put like a stock buy or something like that. I was like, no matter what, get it for me please. And that's exactly what happened. I was first in line, and when he got the discounter price for Hanuman, then I got my full bottle of Hanuman, and I kind of never looked back from there because this is a lot, you know. I'm still like halfway, and this is like after wearing it for maybe like the past year and a half. And in my opinion, yeah, this is a pretty good replacement. I don't think you'll go back to Bal if you've actually tried Hanuman, just because these are just so similar to each other. It is so crazy. But of course, today, let's go break down the differences of Bal d'Afrique and Hanuman. Now, for those that have smelled Hanuman and have never smelled Bal d'Afrique, and you're telling every single soul out there that this is the greatest scent you have ever tried, guys, give credit to Bal d'Afrique, okay? Bal d'Afrique is really the original one, okay? What you are smelling is the Bal d'Afrique scent. Unfortunately, guys, there are some people in the fragrance world, especially those that really can't afford this stuff, are hating on Boadicea, calling it a clone house. And it pains me to hear that, because in my opinion, Boadicea just has some great original fragrances, okay? Or maybe they're just good at hiding it, but they have some great original fragrances. Now, the thing that I can't deny when it comes to Boadicea is that they have absolutely plagiarized some of these fragrances. Hanuman, of course, is a great example of that, but there are others like Love Poison copying Love Don't Be Shy, as well as Tiger copying Tigar, right? That was like a blatant plagiarism. I put it out there on the video, and that's what shows you guys that I am unbiased. I love the brand. It pains me to hear it when people say it's a clone house, but they have done such things in the past and currently. So this one right here, Hanuman, obviously this one is the Bal d'Afrique twin or clone or an enhancement. This one has pretty much the same, almost the same notes as Bal d'Afrique. It's pretty crazy from top to bottom, guys. But then what Boadicea does is they make certain enhancements to that classic smell, and that's exactly what we'll discuss today. But if we're talking about as a whole, Hanuman and Bal d'Afrique have very, very similar notes with little tweaks. Now, speaking of Bal d'Afrique, what makes Bal d'Afrique awesome? What makes the scent pretty damn awesome and unique, guys? Now, I'll say this, guys, after reviewing 500 plus fragrances, and that's not even counting what I tried, Bal d'Afrique has a unique intro right here. Now, on the opening right here of Bal d'Afrique, you are gonna get blackcurrant, Amalfi lemon, bergamot, tagetes, which is marigold, as well as orange blossom right here. Now let's spray it on my hand real quickly and get a quick reaction. Now this opening right here, I gotta say, is heavenly. It's heavenly, guys. Why? Because this one has a floral backdrop with orange blossom and marigold, but then you have citrus and fruits. You have that blackcurrant as well as Amalfi lemons and bergamot, and so it's kind of heavenly because you have these uplifting whiffs of the florals, and then on the citrus side, on the fruity citrus side, is pretty great as well. Now with Hanuman right here, it's pretty much a spot-on combination, I believe, minus the tagetes or marigold. But this one right here, let me spray it. Even though the notes seem pretty similar, it's like the same structure, I would say that the citruses of Hanuman are more tart than Bal d'Afrique. I feel like Bal d'Afrique is more like mainstream citrus, and this one right here is more tart. I feel like there's more bergamot than lemon, and that sets up the, you know, the Boadicea character of this fragrance Hanuman right here. It's more tart, there's more bergamot in my opinion, and in my opinion, this one here smells more natural smelling, guys, okay? And that's not a plus or minus. I'm not saying that that's better or worse, but it just smells a lot natural than Bal d'Afrique right here. Now, a lot of people are saying that Boadicea the Victorious Hanuman is stronger by a mile compared to Bal d'Afrique, guys. And I'll go back to that later, but I will say this, that one of the reasons is that this fragrance right here has an opulent floral stage that Bal d'Afrique doesn't have. With Bal d'Afrique, remember I talked to you guys about that heavenly intro of Bal d'Afrique? Well, that heavenly whiff does continue into the mid because you are gonna get the backdrop of lovely jasmine and cyclamen, guys. And cyclamen smells kind of like a cucumber melon smell. And so that, if you can imagine, cucumber melon smell plus jasmine. It's another set of uplifting whiffs, but there will be a cutting floral of violet. So violet is that cutting floral. It does come in and cuts through that jasmine and cyclamen, and that's basically your Bal d'Afrique mid. Very modern, very contemporary in my opinion, especially with the entrance of the violet. Now with Hanuman right here, there is no violet. There is no violet, guys. And instead of going that route, it goes into an extended floral stage. So from the orange blossom, you are gonna get continuum with the neroli. And then there's also the addition of that apricot smelling osmanthus flower. Okay, so osmanthus and neroli, these are the floral enhancements, if you want to call it that, the floral enhancements of Hanuman that in my opinion will make it even more uplifting when it comes to the floral whiffs. Boadicea also added the note of magnolia, which is a fresh citrus-like floral. Again, a nice continuum. And then finally, you get the cyclamen smell, the cyclamen cucumber melon smell that Bal d'Afrique has. So this is kind of where it diverges, right? From Bal d'Afrique, it's basically jasmine, cyclamen, and that cutting violet, that candy-like violet. Very modern and contemporary. And then on Boadicea, it's more of like, and I call it the opulent. It's like an opulent floral stage that really makes it smell the expensive price that it is, because now you're getting a bunch of lovely complex florals like neroli and osmanthus, as well as magnolia, before you get to the cyclamen. Now the divergence of the mid right here, the difference of the mid, in my opinion, will appeal to each fragrance's fan. So for example, for Bal d'Afrique, I've always said this one here is a fragrance I would wear to LA all the time. And that's because of kind of like that modern contemporary nature, that sly smell, the silent killer smell. And so this one I could definitely wear anywhere in LA, day or night. I mean, even if you're a single person, you want to go to the club, you want to go date night, you want to go movie night, you want to have brunch in Beverly Hills, Bal d'Afrique is like perfect. You can like wear it all the freaking time right here. Now Hanuman right here, because you are spending $1,000, I mean, some of y'all spent $1,000. Of course, with that $1,000 smell, you want to smell something really opulent on top of the Bal d'Afrique smell. So this mid right here to me is the opulent stage of Hanuman right here. You are gonna get it. And so everyone that's ever bought it has always said, man, this is lovely, this is wonderful, it's so rich smelling. Why? It's because of that floral mid. That complex floral mid right there is what makes this an opulent $1,000 perfume. It doesn't have a contemporary feel, but rather an opulent regal feel that again, Boadicea fans will enjoy because that's what they pay for. Now on the dry down, these two are pretty much similar, guys. There's a soft vetiver that does come in with cedar, amber, and musk, but the enhancement of course comes from Hanuman, which costs more. They did add a note of sandalwood. So you are gonna get sandalwood on top of the cedar. Again, it feels like it smells stronger, but very, very similar dry down between the two right here. Now, the big difference right here is, I don't want to say performance, that's unfair to Bal, but it's like how they progress, you know, once you're wearing them, okay? There's a big, big difference between the two. Bal d'Afrique, guys, is a lingering draw-in scent, okay? It's a lingering draw-in scent. That's what it's made for. And like I told you guys, it's like 100% or 99% kill rate when it comes to compliments. Why? Because it's not pushy. It just lingers around right here. And then people come kind of near and they go, damn, what's that? And they compliment you and then they want more, because that's what the Bal d'Afrique smell does. It is not a strong projector. It's really a lingering draw-in scent. That's what you get with Bal d'Afrique. Now with Hanuman, it's a little bit different, okay? This one right here is taking that smell and projecting it out there, because this one without a doubt is way, way stronger and projects more than Bal d'Afrique. So it's almost like the clone effect. When people clone Bal d'Afrique, they're taking that smell and they're putting it out there in the atmosphere. And that's basically what this does right here. Now this one right here is definitely stronger, Bal d'Afrique on steroids. And I'm not surprised, because for $1,000, maybe they put more into this fragrance, but it's also, like I said, because of that opulent floral stage. That opulent floral stage, that thing that they kind of put in there, in my opinion, adds a lot more strength and projection. It's like the character itself of this scent. It takes that draw-in, lingering, your neck is yummy, Bal d'Afrique smell and puts it out there, projects it out there for other people to smell. So that, in my opinion, is a huge difference between the two. So if you're one of those people that's wishing that Bal d'Afrique could have been a stronger projector, that you are greedy and you want more than just the lingering scent, you want to put it out there, then Hanuman right here will do it for you. Either way, these two fragrances are amazing. They are both compliment getters. They are both full bottle worthy fragrances, guys. And if you've ever tried this, then you know what I'm talking about, guys. Of course, Hanuman is way more expensive at over $1,000. Bal d'Afrique is, I believe, $275, guys. Okay, so that's a huge price difference, but I guess that's what you're paying for with Boadicea. If you're gonna pay the $1,000 price, then what you're paying for are the enhancements done on Bal d'Afrique, and I don't think you're gonna regret it. If you're used to buying Boadicea, this might be one of your favorite Boadiceas of all time. All right, so that is it. That is my comparison review of Byredo's Bal d'Afrique as well as Boadicea the Victorious Hanuman, and man, I really killed this sample right here. I don't have enough left to make another comparison. A clone comparison actually is what I was planning to do with this. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. If you like Bal d'Afrique, if you love that, if you're using it, let me know what you like the most out of it. Is it the same as what I like about it? Or Hanuman as well? What do you guys love the most about Hanuman? Have you guys compared it? Does this review validate a lot of the things that you've found by comparing both? Let me know on the comments below, guys. And thank you for liking and subscribing. If you haven't done so, guys, I will continue to make a lot of these unbiased, no hype comparisons. So please continue to support the channel by liking and subscribing. And I will see you guys soon on the next video. Have a great weekend, guys. Peace.